Hey, folks, how's it going? So, welcome to the GitHub Campus Experts 101 stream from Sri Lanka. This stream is very much focused on the community in Sri Lanka, but if you are joining us from beyond Sri Lanka, you're of course very welcome here. So, without further ado, the purpose of this session is to get to know more about the GitHub Campus Experts program and the February applications, which as we know are already open right now. So to go through this and to get some expert insights on the matter, we have two of Sri Lanka's most experienced campus experts here with me today, and that is none other than Sri Lanka's first campus expert, Isuru, and Safnaj as well, once again one of Sri Lanka's most senior campus experts from Slate. Hey folks, how's it going, sir?
Good. Pretty busy day. 9 p.m., 9:30 here in Singapore. Yeah.
So Isuru is joining, all the way from Singapore, and we have to account for his time zone difference too. So thank you very much. It's a very late night stream for you, but you made sure that you're here for your beloved Sri Lankan community. So without getting any more delay, let's jump right into the questions. Like I said, so Isuru, you're the first GitHub Campus expert from Sri Lanka, and you sort of started the chain and you inspired most of us to apply and join the program as well. So before you joined the program, there weren't any other campus experts from Sri Lanka. And how did you necessarily discover the program, and what made you apply to it?
Yeah, it is kind of like a frequently asked questions. So it was back in 2017. I was contributing to Google Summer of Code. I was a bit active on contributing to this organization called Force Asia. So I was pretty active on Twitter back then. Now it's X. So I was not tweeting, but I was reading most of the tweets. So then I saw this tweet from GitHub Education about the campus expert program, but I thought it is another ambassador program. But in 2017, I had few ambassadorships under my belt, but I want to give it a try. It was my third year. So once after I subscribed to the program, after I signed into the program, I realized it is not just a ambassador program. So yeah, that is how I discovered. Then I went through the training program, and I remember I was forcing the program manager, who was Jonash, to review my PRs, because it was end of my third year, so I didn't have much time to contribute to the program. So I was forcing him to review and merge my PRs. So once after that, I also got some good advices from Yashovadan, who was a campus expert from India, one of my friend's friend. So that's how I became the first GitHub campus expert of Sri Lanka. Yeah.
Gotcha. And the part about getting your training reviewed and the anticipation to contribute to the program is something that's definitely relatable for most of the campus experts. And right now, the queue that we actually have a queue, and these days in the program, we are advised not to even ping the program managers, as they patiently go through our trainings and merge us and get us onboarded. So thank you very much for that, Isuru. So moving on to Safnaj, we know you're from the Slate community, as I mentioned during your intro, along with Chamod, one of Sri Lanka's campus experts and Sri Lanka's first field expert. So over the years, we know that you had the chance to do a lot for your community. And what kind of impact has this program necessarily enabled you to have on your community?
Yeah, that's a good question. So let me start with my campus expert journey. So Isuru is the reason to become a GCE, and I got to know about the program from him. So he came to our campus to conduct a GitHub workshop, but unfortunately I couldn't attend it. That time I had a presentation for my third year project, But my friend collected the swags from cheat sheets and some stickers. He gave me that and said, okay, there was a cool guy from this university. He did a workshop and I got to know everything. Then he taught me something. Then I had some doubts. Then I ping Isro on Facebook and requesting the slides of the event. By going through the slide, I got to know how Git works and stuff, right? Then then after that, I got to know about the program where he's a part of, and I eager to apply and want to become a campus expert. So starting with our community background, I was a part of a community called Slitforce, which is a free and open source software community. So the impact that we made is, previously we had a lot of struggles. So doing a physical event is not an easy thing, right? We have to take care of food, venue, of course we have to give some swags. So we were mainly focusing on building projects, but we wanted to do something more to the students. Then by we have these struggles on finding this sponsorship and stuff. So GitHub Campus Expert program help us to get rid of this struggle. So we we don't need to think about the big problem that we ever face when we are organizing an event. So when there is an event, GitHub is back in our side. So that because of that, we able to do a lot of physical events by bringing industry experts to the campus and some Google developer expert from foreign communities likewise. So yeah, that's all about the program that made a huge impact on our community.
Gotcha. And once again, very relatable answers. We know how, when we're sometimes when we're desperately close to the event and we don't have support, we know that there's always that one last hope in the GitHub education program, and they usually do
There was
not
another
disappoint
benefit.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
that's
ahead.
another benefit. When GitHub is sponsoring an event, we can find some other sponsorship easily, right? So we don't need to
Exactly.
really solely depend on GitHub educations. So when we giving some proposal to other companies saying that GitHub is already a partner of our event, so they wish to sponsor to the event, right? So that's kind of a benefit of the program.
I guess that's the power of true proper branding out there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, question to both of you. Isur can start it off. So, I'm sure, and I have seen as well that the Campus Experts program has made a lot of impact on you all personally, and it has made you all grow personally as well as in a professional aspect. So, can you share some specifics on how much the program has contributed in your professional growth, and how much this has helped whenever you went on to that next step? This could be in terms of education, in terms of your career. So, how did it go, and how much did it help?
Yeah, in profession, I'm a software engineer, and also I'm a community guy. Like I'm working with several different communities to build communities. Yeah, so I remember as a student, it was the end of third year of my academic in my university. I was the first one. It was really good piece of cake for me because no one knew about the program, and I got the spotlight because I did four four workshops in four different universities within like 2 months. Yeah, it was a very good time, and also I got a lot of internship opportunities back then. Most of the known companies reached out to me and asked me whether you want the internship or like associate position to join the company. And yeah, and also I built a very good network, met a lot of outgoing personalities from different countries. uh, yeah, very talented engineers, community managers, community builders, and also uh, we got a chance to do streams. The We did a live streaming on Google GitHub education channel uh, with my fellow uh, Dilum. Yeah, it was. Uh, I mentioned that I did some other ambassadorships also, but GitHub Campus Expert program impacted my career, my life in a very positive way. Like, yeah, it's truly different program when compared to other programs. It is special because of the training program that we had. When we are working with other communities, we can really understand the difference between the communities, how this community folks are working, how they are functioning, what is the difference. Because most of the campus experts are well trained, they know what they are doing, why they are doing, and what is the best way to do it. So it was very helpful for me to work in communities. Yeah, it was very special part of my life. Yeah,
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah, so this program, personally, as a person, it's impacted a lot on my like soft skills. Starting with my personal public speaking skills. I was not the person that you see today, right? So back in the school days, I had a huge stage fear. I never did a school program in front of a little bit, at least, an audience. So I had this stage fear, and with the program, I got the training how we can improve our public speaking skills, and how we have to approach audience, like a lot of soft skills I learned through this program. And apart from that, I got so many connections all around the world. GitHub Campus Experts is a global program. We got a chance to meet all the campus experts. We all have a one communication channel, right? So we got to know other campus experts from different countries, so we can connect with them with social medias like Twitter, and we can see what they are doing, what is their hobbies, what are the projects they are contributing, what are the technology they are learning. Likewise, it's a big chance to learn and grow as a team. And one more thing I need to highlight is the program. I got to improve my leadership skills. From the program, I learned how to manage things easily, and we have to have a backup plan as always. And when something happens, we have to resolve that, and how we have to mitigate the struggles that gonna happen in any event or any meetups. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. I think that part is very relatable, and the GitHub Campus Experts training does a lot in terms of personal development that we can, at the end of the day, enables us to work in our community in a much better and efficient manner. So, coming back to you, Isuru, we know that this program necessarily enabled you the chance to collaborate with many campus experts, and I personally know that you have got the chance to interact and even meet some of the campus experts from around the world. And over the years, this necessarily enabled you to create the GitHub community of Sri Lanka along with Dilumaya. So, how much has collaboration played a factor in your journey as a GitHub Campus expert, and how much collaboration has the program necessarily enabled for you?
Yeah, as a community, the GitHub community Sri Lanka. When I was joining, I was just a single guy who was talking about GitHub, the Git, and open source. Yeah, I did few sessions. It was like I was collaborating with one of my roommates, so it was nothing much back then. But uh, I was the first one from Sri Lanka, but I need to give the credit to Dilum Safnacha and Chamod uh, for growing this as a community and very powerful community. Yeah, and very active community, actually doing uh, events that make real sense. Some some sessions we have seen in Sri Lanka, actually they are not doing actual impact to the student community or the professionals community. Yeah, so yeah, we had this good bunch of people, and also we are getting new faces, new talented people, just like you, Avin. Yeah, so it was uh, very good opportunity to collaborate with. all these different student ambassadors from different universities and different communities, different countries. Yeah, it was really good opportunity.
Gotcha. And adding on to that, Safnaj, do you want to share a bit more about the events and the specifics of what we have been doing through the GitHub community of Sri Lanka, and maybe a bit on how we got as far as organizing Sri Lanka's first field day last year? So, do you want to share more about what we've been doing as a community?
Yeah, adding some points to Isuru's concern. The reason behind the community's founding is like, since the program is limited to campus, we don't want to do the same to Sri Lanka. So because we have like 30 plus universities, including both states and non-states, but we had very less campus expert, like 5 or 6. But we wanted to help other students as well. So what we did was like, why don't we form a community? Because the first two campus experts that time they were not in Sri Lanka. Isro moved to Singapore and Padmal moved to UK. So we had very limited campus expert, but we were invited by many campus to do some events, right? But we have to make this in a formal way and organized way. So that's why we formed this community with the fellow campus expert. So if they want to request a GitHub workshop, there is a procedure how they have to do, and based on our availability, we will be doing that to the campus. And yes, we did a lot of events as a community. Starting with GitHub Universe watch parties and GitHub workshops across the country. And last time, yes, of course, we did a huge field day, the first ever field day in Sri Lanka, and hopefully we are like about to do the next field day. And yeah, that's pretty much about the community.
I think this ultimately comes back to the community and the work we do sustaining beyond ourselves, which is something that we are trained as a part of the Campus Experts program. And I think the community that you all built those days is paying its dividends now. And I can definitely vouch and agree with you on how many event requests that we receive, and the community necessarily enables us to, go out there and reach universities or campuses that do not have their dedicated campus expert as well. So I think that's pretty huge and pretty important.
Yeah,
So
and
finally, go ahead.
when we talking this to the GitHub education team, saying that we're gonna do the GitHub workshops outside our campus as well. When we said this to the team, they were like really surprised and happy. Wait, can you do the same even to other campus as well? And they like did a green flag, right? So they were really supportive and never said no to any events that we did in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I need to add something because once after that event series, the workshop series, program manager reached out to us and said, this time we got more applications from Sri Lanka, like thousands of applications from Sri Lanka. It is like the highest number of applications from one country. So we realize, okay, we have really made an impact on our community. Yeah.
wow, yeah. So that must have felt great, I can imagine. Yeah. So moving on, coming back to you, Isuru, what words of wisdom do you have for any applicants looking to join the program now? Before we move to your answer, I must mention that applications are open right now as we speak, and will continue to be open until the 29th of February. So while Isuru answers, if you all have any specific questions about your applications, do drop them in the chat. We'll get to them on after listening to Isuru's answer. Yeah, Isuru, back to you.
Uh, yeah. About the application. Yeah, it is a very simple application, but you need to uh, describe what is your actual intention of applying this program. Don't apply for swags, please. Uh,
Don't apply for the red
it's true
hoodie.
that yes, I mean,
Don't apply for the red hoodie.
yeah, yes, definitely. Yeah, it is true that GitHub education gives the coolest swags, but don't apply for swags. Please apply for your true intention. Write about your true desire, what you're looking to do with your new title? Yeah, because I remember I really wanted to do. I saw a problem when I was applying for the program, because I saw in Sri Lanka community there are most of the students don't know about most of these open source programs, open source competitions, and in the same period of time, I was contributing to this local open source program, and I realized students don't have much knowledge about Git. Some second year students, it uh, it uh, because of that they can't contribute to most of the programs. So that's why I decided to do these workshops in different universities. So I mentioned all about this program, like all about my intention in my application. So it was true intention. So they accepted my application, and most of the time I was uh, in my training modules I was describing about the program I was planning to do. So I my advice is to describe your true intention, and also before submit the program, ask someone to review your program. There might be a lot of errors. There might be a lot of things that you can improve in your application if you really want to get accepted. Ask Maybe you can ask some for GitHub Campus Expert to review the applications. Yeah, they will definitely do that. Yeah. Is there anything else, Safnaj, I missed?
No, you covered like very key points of the motive of the program. Yes, as he mentioned, it's it's a student program where the GitHub education team will support your community, not your personal uh, things, right? So if you have a community at your campus which you really wanted to grow it as a community where the students will get benefits, so that's a good point to go, right? So if you have a committee, if you are a committee leader or committee member, go ahead and apply.
Gotcha. And I think coming back to the applications, honesty is really the key here. And there's no magic. There's no rocket science involved. It's just be honest, write what you want to do with the program and how you can impact, and that really is it. Now, coming to our stream chat, we have Manik joining in from India, and he has a question about a first year student becoming a GCE or a GitHub Campus Expert. Now, Manik, yes, a first year student is eligible to be a GitHub Campus Expert as long as you are at least 18 years of age and you have a valid GitHub Student Developer Pack to prove your studentship. Now, keep in mind that the only enrollment-based requirement that there is that you have more than 1 year left as a student before graduating at the time of application, and that is the only requirement. And Manik does have another question. I think Safnaj, you are better suited to answer this.
Okay, like I think I mentioned this earlier, right? So the motive of the program is like, let's say you are being a part of a student community at your campus. You have some struggles finding sponsorship and organizing meetups, and likewise. So with the program they will help you if you are organizing a event or meetup. They will do some small sponsorship for your food, swags, and some other materials that you need to make the event success. So that's all about the program, and of course you will get some opportunities to attend GitHub major events like GitHub Universe and Satellite, which will be held in mostly in US. So it's sort of a scholarship thing. Since there are like 300 plus campus expert, the scholarship will be given to like 7 to 8 campus expert, right? You also have that chance to make your dream to visit the GitHub headquarters in US come true as well.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And to answer the specifics about the tenure, I think you can be a campus expert as long as you are within your college. And once you graduate, within 6 months of your graduation, you will be moved to the alumni stages, which Isru and recently Safnaj is also in. I think that's it in terms of questions that we have from the folks in the chat. Oh, we have one more. Isuru, do you want to take on this?
Are there specific communities? Uh, are there specific communities? Okay. Okay. Maybe you're asking about uh, what are the communities you can write about on your GCE application, right? I think maybe if you are a university student, so you can write about your university computer science club, maybe maybe the whole uh, university, like the community, maybe all the enthusiasts of open source who are willing to contribute, but maybe any other community. It can be anything, but it need to be connected to technology, or otherwise you can write about some random community that doesn't have any connection. So yeah, you can write about any community that you are involved in, anything related to tech.
Gotcha. I think this reminds me of something. The intake that I had my application going on right before applications closed. I think Israel, you and Delong Maya had a stream like this with Juan Pa, our program manager himself. And I had a similar question because at that time I was facing a few struggles with initiating a technical community in my campus. So, if you do not have a campus community but you intend to build one, I believe you can share that in your application as well. And that's definitely something that the application review team will consider. So that being said, I think that's it from as for questions. Isuru and Safnaj, any last words of wisdom for our applicants before we wrap up our stream today?
Uh, any last words? Okay. Uh, yeah, apply as soon as possible, uh, because you need some time to review and recorrect your applications. So apply as soon as possible, and good luck with the journey of my.
Yes, Campus Expert program is one of the award-winning and the best student program in the planet. So you will get a lot of things once you become a GitHub Campus Expert. So all the best to everyone who are like applying, and let us know if you want to get your application reviewed before you submit.
Thank you very much, Isru and Safnaj, as always, for taking time out of your busy schedules to make sure that our enthusiastic individuals looking to apply get some insight and information based on all your experience with the program. So, thank you once again. And to all applicants, we wish you the best of luck. And as always, if you have any questions, do reach out to us on our socials or on the GitHub Community Sri Lanka socials, which should be linked on whatever the platform that you're viewing on. That's it for tonight. Good night, and thank you for joining.